Listen to what happened. I've been given clearance now to tell this because I wasn't sure if my wife would even allow this. You know how I don't enjoy putting up Christmas decorations.
Abhor it. I cannot stand it. Only thing worse than putting them up is taking them down.
Thank you. I can't stand it. Well, this year, now people call me the Grinch. I don't know why. People say
you grump and grouse leading up to it for the weeks leading up. When you do it,
when I do it, it's the worst. We're hanging ornaments on that tree. I'm I just don't like it. I find it to be. I'd rather.
But that's part of it. That's
I know,
like the tradition of Christmas.
And I love it once
trim up the tree.
When it's done, I love it.
Yeah, I love to see them and enjoy them.
Yep, but I don't like doing it.
Hell no.
So this year we did not host family. We didn't host anybody over Christmas. My son was home for Thanksgiving from college. And while he was home that, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And my wife said, all right, before you go back to college, we have to put up the tree and take the ornaments from the basement up so we can trim the tree before you leave. So we said, okay. So my son and I go out, get the tree, put up the tree. Tree is standing. We have an artificial tree. You know that.
Yeah.
How many pieces?
5-piece tree. I don't know the exact footage, but it's a fairly large tree. Okay.
Is it taller than you?
Yes. It's taller. It's
It's got to fill a cathedral ceiling.
That's right.
We have that.
Vaulted.
We have that vaulted ceiling. We wanted to fill it. We got it a few years ago. It was an expensive tree.
How many Chinese acrobats tall is it?
Okay.
You see those performers where they jump on top of
It's going to be plenty of
Do they put the star on it?
Hard to estimate.
How many years has this tree serviced?
Well, I got the one at Costco that was $700 and some.
I remember that one. That died in action.
It died. It did.
Your fake tree died.
It did. It made it 7 years, I would say. And then we got this one.
Okay.
This one's probably on year 3 or 4. And I do like it because it's pre-lit, and
that's half the battle.
You don't even have to connect wiring. As soon, like if you put down the base, piece 1, then you put the next piece into it, they both light up. Then the next piece, and they all, I don't know the technology, it's incredible. I do love that. And you're right, that's half the battle. Now it's a big, heavy thing, but we did it. So then my wife said to my son, all right, we're all going to the basement, we're dragging up all the ornaments. So we take the ornaments up. And this was probably Saturday after Thanksgiving. And she goes, okay, that's enough for today. We'll trim the tree tomorrow on Sunday. Well, Sunday comes, I go pickleballing. My son goes back to college. My wife says, you're going to miss the trimming of the tree. We haven't done it. He goes, it's okay. It's okay.
I wouldn't say miss.
Okay, right. So he leaves. Well, I didn't say anything. And the boxes of ornaments sat in the dining room for 2 weeks.
Days started to go by?
Days start to go by. Well, now it's...
Christmas cards coming through the door.
Right, now it's the Christmas season. Now it's the Christmas... And I just didn't say anything.
Turkey's been bought.
Oh, yes. And I was like, I didn't say anything. And now my son...
So you have a tree.
Yeah, tree's up.
A naked tree.
We light it at night. We plug it in, turn it on, all that. Naked.
So someone lights it at night?
Well, yeah, you have to step on the thing.
You step on
there's a button you step on.
Activator?
Button you step on, and it's lit. Okay, and you can see it from the street.
People outside can't tell.
Well, exactly. And we haven't put up the wreath. We haven't put up all the decorations that we have. All the things. We have
the little things around the
little
house.
Things around the house.
On the mantelpiece and such.
Right. We decorate the mailbox. We put garland around the door. We've done none of that. We have a deer from Costco that we didn't put it up. One of those white deer.
Yep.
Sitting in the basement?
Still in there.
Looking at you every time you go down there?
Just staring at me, yeah. And I didn't say anything because I didn't want to do any of it, okay? But I didn't want to push it because I knew.
We kept quiet because if you said something, it's time to get to work.
Exactly. So now it's my son's home for Christmas. Now it's December 10th, 11th. Nothing. We're going on through, okay?
As the great song Christmas Wrapping by the Waitresses says, now the calendar is just one day.
Yeah.
Or just one page.
Yeah. Well, now it's December 21st, 22nd. We have not, and the boxes have sat there.
21st.
I never said a word about it. Yeah, now we're getting like 3 or 4 days before Christmas. I never say a word.
Are there
about
presents under the tree?
Yes, she has put. She wrapped.
The pre-presents are under the tree.
The presents are under the tree. Okay. Well, we decide on Christmas Eve that my wife's sister, her husband, and their kids will come over to do a little gift exchange before the main Christmas is hosted somewhere else the next day, okay? So my wife says, golly, my sister's coming over tonight. We really need to trim this tree. Well, at that point, my son said, we are not doing that. And I said, we are just talking about one day. I mean, now it's Christmas Eve. It's like, what's the point now?
How many ornaments are we talking about here?
A lot. I mean, a lot. Boxes of them.
Enough to fill a 10-foot tree.
A lot of tree. Yeah. I mean, it's a big. There's a bunch. And my wife said, "Well, let's just put a few on the front." And we all said, "No." We all said, "It's Christmas Eve. There's no point now in doing this, right?
This is our tree.
This is our tree." Well, my wife's sister, they do come over. We do the gift exchange and everything. She looks at the tree and she says, "You've gone a little minimalist this year." I said, "Well, yeah." I said, "That was my idea. We wanted to really keep it, not so over the top this year." Well, she said, "Well, one of these gifts is going to be a little embarrassing." Well, she gave us an ornament.
Perfect.
Very nice ornament, said. So we hung.
Trees trimmed. Sing.
Finished.
All those boxes are in the
they got a place of honor, I'm sure.
We put it right in the front. One.
Where else are you going to put it? In the back? There's room for this back here. I'll find a spot.
We put it right on the front of the tree. Okay, so we did all of that. We put the ornament up. Now, the next day, the kids come down. Santa has come, even at their late ages, and they open their presents. All the gifts are under the tree. We go off to my wife's uncle. We have Christmas, of course. We come back. We take the ornament off the tree. We put it into the box, all that. Now we're about 2 days after Christmas. Tree's still up. Nothing's been done. Still the boxes are in the dining room. Our neighbor comes over. It was the day after Christmas. Our neighbor comes over to give us something, like something she's made, like some Chex Mix. Very good. So she brings it in. She comes into the house and everything. She looks at the tree, which is bare, and all the boxes on the floor, and she goes, "Aren't y'all smart? Y'all got this done really fast." I said, "Well, I insisted." I said, "I like to get it done."
There ain't no waste of time in this house.
So I think that was stolen valor. I think that
stolen Christmas valor.
Christmas valor, because I said, "Oh yes, we get up the day.
We got something out of it.
We get up the day
You're
after."
the opposite of efficient.
That's right. That's right. So 3 or 4 days after Christmas, we take the tree down. My son trucks the boxes all back down to the basement. Never touched the entire time during Christmas.
You never had a Christmas.
Never really had a Christmas. But I never wanted to bring it up.
Will this be the blueprint going forward?
For me, I would love it to be the blueprint going forward, but no, because next year we will host, I guarantee, Christmas, and at that point you have to.
This is why I like Thanksgiving better.
I know. Me too.
There's no presents. There's no getting ready. There's no going somewhere except to eat and stuff yourself and watch football, and that's it.
But there's tons. I mean, the people who cook, they do tons of work.
Well, I grant you that, and I've done the tons of work before, and I don't mind that.
I'd rather cook than put up all that stuff.
But I'd much rather do that than have to go out and buy gifts and presents and spend tons of money on people that I don't even like.
Well, it's not even that. It's the
listen at y'all.
Well, I love Christmas. I love Christmas.
I love the Christmas season.
I do too. But I don't like the work that goes into putting all the stuff up. I really don't.
But your house looks happier.
It does.
It does.
I enjoy the effect of it, but I don't like putting in the work.
And in days of yore, I mean, they didn't put up the tree until Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I guess
that's true.
I mean, leave it up until the 6th.
I was afraid my wife was going to bring up days of yore.
Yeah.
So when her sister was coming over, but we just finally said, you know what, this is who we are this year. This year we're not, but next year we're going to have to. Yes, we are going to do that.
I like your sister's line, minimalist.
Yeah.
It's a great cutting word.
Yeah. Yes, you've gone very minimalist this year. Yes, we have.
The one ornament. The one ornament Christmas.
Yeah, that's what we have.
The trees all seem empty.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I'd say.
Well,
those boxes are full.
That's expressive of 2023.
Yeah, was it right there? Just a complete empty.
Just kind of plain.
I mean, I felt bad when it was over. It's like, we really should have done that. And my wife said to me,
so the lights don't carry the tree?
I thought they were, I mean, to me it was not. I mean, from the outside, no problem. You could never.
Yeah, you can't tell.
But we didn't have the bow on our mailbox. We didn't have the wreath up. We had some yard stuff, the deer. None of that. None of that went out.
But tree went back downstairs the basement. The deer said, "I didn't even get to come out of here, brother. I've been stuck down here.
Was it up there?
I've been stuck down here since January 2023.
It was rough, bro.
At least you got to breathe for a few minutes.
Their heart really wasn't into it this year. They didn't even decorate me.
Yeah.
Well, at least you got out of the basement.
Yeah.
I'm down here.
Yeah.
Down here with the air conditioning.
And I'm stuck down here for another
year.
year.
Down here for another year.
Down with the garland.
With the hot water heater and the garland.
That's right.
All our deer that have they're beautiful deer statuettes. They didn't make their way out. We put them in front of the fireplace. Nothing.
You don't have anything that your kids made when they were younger that has become part of the scene?
We do, but they were all boxed up. We didn't put the stockings up.
What's going on? You're just too busy.
No stockings.
I feel like you represent a lot of what people in Christmas 2023 did, which was just whatever.
You think?
Yeah, I felt like this year was very whatever at Christmas.
I don't like that at all.
Well, I really don't either. I hate to say that. I don't feel like, and I could be wrong on this, totally anecdotal, I didn't feel like I saw as many lights, like displays this year on homes. At least in our neighborhood. It didn't seem as lit up as it usually does.
I think
I could be wrong.
I think during the pandemic, Christmas became such a like a bright spot.
Yes.
The people super focused in on it. I think this year everything's kind of back to normal, and it's like
came down a little bit.
Whatever.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I just know for us, it just time kept going, and the closer it got to Christmas, I thought, well, why do it now? But if we're hosting something, of course, and next year I think we're going to host Christmas, so or this year, so I think that will be happening. There's this was about Christmas travel. Is it Bethany Frankel? She's one of the Real Housewives. Is that who she is?
She was. I don't know if she still is.
And then she's I see her on Shark Tank.
She's become
she's like got that skinny girl.
That's it.
Yeah.
She's on Shark Tank.
She's in industry now.
I've seen her many times on there helping entrepreneurs. She was going through the airport doing some Christmas travel, which is another, tough thing about Christmas. I guess the airports are full and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And when she went through, she set off the metal detector when she went through TSA numerous times, apparently. And they finally, right,
the wand,
and they said that she had something in her vagina. They said They said, well, here she's telling the entire story.
So we go through security, and I have boots on. It was TSA approved, so I go through and I beep. I take off the boots. I come back through. Is it the jewelry? No. I go back. I come back through. They said you're still beeping. I had nothing on. All of a sudden, you see the screen, and it just shows a red square over my vagina. And the woman looks at me, and she goes, so, I have to pat you down, and that's, like, what buzzed off. And I looked at her, I go, I don't have anything there. I don't know what to tell you. I did not put anything in there. Yeah, no, I don't have anything metal in my wazoo. So something is buzzing in there. Maybe it's excited to go away on a vacation. I don't know.
They went through it 4 times. And
I'm going to have to pat you right there.
She had a little pocket rocket down there.
She went through.
Is she pierced?
That was the question.
That's the thing.
If she pierced,
I think she. I don't know much about this woman.
Yeah.
My hunch is that if she was pierced, she would say it.
That's what I thought.
I don't think she holds much back.
I thought
the same thing.
I think she would have said right there, it must be my piercing.
Yeah.
Or what do they used to call that? Bedazzling?
Bedazzled.
Vajazzled. I thought she must be vajazzled. She didn't say anything about it, but they stopped her 3 or 4 times going through there, and she goes, I don't know what to tell you. There's nothing up my wazoo. Which, I thought was pretty graphic, but they finally let her fly. She got through. She made the flight just in time.
Thank God.
That was when I saw, and Chris Demm saw this as well. Every year, I guess, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission's database issues a report on emergency room visits of things that have been found up the wazoo every year. And there's so many.
Male and female buttocks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the list is already out?
The list is already out.
Yeah, we've compiled it.
Look at that. It's 6 pages long. It goes ear, nose. I'll give a few out each. Dave, do you
want that year ender? It's a hail and farewell.
Yeah.
Dave, pick an orifice, Dave.
You pick one. Ear, nose, throat.
Well, let's start at the top and go nose.
All right, nose. Things stuck up.
You got it broken down.
One man said, I was smelling the battery when it went up my nostril. Battery. Sewing needle. Glue stick. Aluminum foil wrap up her right nostril, and immediately started crying after that. An aluminum foil wrap. Flour. Yogurt.
Like a little bit of Reynolds wrap?
I guess a little tiny piece.
Flour. By accident, or somebody's trying to do a little line of, look at me do this Coke, and it's flour.
No, Flower. Flour.
Like a daisy.
Like a daisy got up her nose.
Stupid.
A rhinestone, a bullet, my dog's tooth.
What's going on here now?
And a chicken nugget.
Oh, God.
Well, the nugget,
maybe that
sounds like
eat it.
It's got to be a kid. Yeah, eat it. Maybe it's a kid.
Brat.
All right, that's nose. Tomorrow we'll let Dave pick another orifice.
Pick your orifice.
Pick your orifice tomorrow. We'll do another one.